Hey there tech fans, Rick here from the OREI team with an overview of the WHD-330K wireless HDMI extender kit. This product allows you to very easily share any HDMI media source with a second location up to 100 meters away over a wireless connection at full 1080p resolution. The product also includes an infrared blaster kit that allows you to capture remote control signals from that secondary location and transmit those wirelessly back to the primary location so you can actually control the content you're watching. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you all the components that are included with the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at each of the components and explain exactly what they do. I'll list the audio and video standards the product can support, and then finally, I'll come back and actually demonstrate the product here just to show you how easy it is to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find a sender module, a receiver module, a set of antennas for each module, infrared blaster kits, a receiver and a transmitter that are paired up with the modules, 2 power supplies, sticky pads you can use to attach those infrared blasters to your equipment, and a full instruction manual that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and all the information you'll need to understand in order to use this with your equipment at home. Now, if you stay tuned, next I'll take a closer look at the components, and then we'll do the demonstration. Included with the kit is the sender module, receiver module, a set of antennas for both modules, a power supply for both modules, infrared receiver, infrared transmitter, sticky pads you can use to attach these to your media equipment, and a full instruction manual that lists diagrams, specifications, and all the information you'll need to understand exactly how to install the product. Now we'll take a closer look at both of the modules, and I'll start with the sender unit. On the front of the module, you'll find 2 LEDs on the left-hand side, power and link. When you first apply power to the unit by plugging the power supply into the wall and sliding the barrel connector in here, the unit will go through a power on self-test. Once it completes and passes that test, it'll turn on the power LED, letting you know it's ready for use. The link light indicates that you've got a valid wireless connection between the sender and the receiver module. The HDMI input port is used for connecting your media source up to the transmitter, and you use a standard HDMI cable for that. And again, your power supply plugs in right here. On the other side of the unit, you'll find 2 antenna studs that are used for attaching the antennas that are included with the kit, a pair button that will instigate the syncing between the sender and the receiver module. You'll hit that once, they'll find each other and sync up. There's a service port in the middle, which is a micro USB connection, and that's used for pushing firmware to the unit if new features or functions come out later on, and you'll use a short cable, micro USB in this end, full-size USB in the other end connected up to your computer, download the firmware to the module and do the update. To the right of that is an infrared output port, and that's used with the infrared blaster module, and you want to make sure you use the transmitter module to plug it in here. The receiver module looks very similar to the sender module and has a lot of the same indicators and connections available. On the one end, you'll find 2 LEDs, one for power and one for link. When you plug in the power supply and slide the barrel connector in here to add power to the unit, it'll go through the same power on self-test. Once it finishes that and passes the test, the power indicator will come on, letting you know it's ready to go. To the right of that's the link indicator. Once the wireless connection from the sender to the receiver has been established, that will come on, indicating a solid network connection. The HDMI output port is used for connecting a display to this remote location. So you can use a standard HDMI cable from here to your display, and that connection's all you'll need. This is your power port. You'll plug the power supply into the wall, barrel connector goes in here. On the other side, you'll find 2 antenna studs, and again, you can attach those by just finger tightening them on those studs. There's a pairing button here that you can hit if you need to establish that network connection between the sender module and the receiver module. In the center is the same service port. That's used for downloading firmware to the unit for possible upgrades in the future. And to the right of that is the infrared in, which is used with the infrared blaster kit. And you want to make sure you plug the receiver module into this, and that'll transmit all of your remote control signals from that secondary location over the same wireless connection back to the primary location so you can actually control the content you're watching. The OREI WHD-330-K supports a wide range of media devices, including game systems, streaming media devices, laptops, cable boxes, and DVD players. The product supports sharing full 1080p high-definition media. It is both HDMI 1.3 and 1.4, as well as DVI 1.0 compliant. It includes an IR blaster kit for easy remote control of your media. It has wireless transmission capabilities up to 100 meters between the primary and secondary location, and its dual antenna system ensures a rock-solid connection. Now I'll show you the connections you'll need to make to use this product with your own equipment. For this demonstration, this side of the table represents the primary location where you're currently enjoying the content that you'd like to share with a second location. This side of the table represents that remote secondary location where you'd like to enjoy that content. I have a small media player set up and I'm looping a video over here, and that's the content that I'll wirelessly transmit to the secondary location. Now I've got the sender module here and the receiver module here. The first set of connections I'll make are the power supply connections to both of the modules. So I'll start with the sender module. I've plugged the power supply in. I simply slide the barrel connector into the power port, and that's ready to go. I've got a second power supply plugged in at the remote location, and I'll actually add that to the power port over there. Now that I've connected up the power supplies, both of these units are going through a power on self-test where they're checking the internal electronics to make sure they're working okay. They're also trying to make a handshake connection over the network to each other. Just want to give them a second to finish that power on self-test. And now I'll connect up the media source to the primary location. I'll disconnect it from the monitor. Again, a standard HDMI connection to the HDMI input port on the sender unit. And then I'll connect the monitor up to the receiver unit, and that gets connected to the HDMI output port on the receiver unit. And those are the only two connections I'll need to make at this point. And now the media content is being sent into the sender module, wirelessly transmitted over the receiver module, coming out of the HDMI connection, and there you go. It really is just that simple, and the best part about it is there's no cabling required between the sender module and the receiver module. All of the video transmission is being done over a wireless connection between the two, which makes it really easy from a wiring perspective. I hope you found this overview of the WHD-330K wireless HDMI extender kit helpful. It really does provide a very simple way of sharing any of your HDMI media content with a second location up to 100 meters away over a wireless connection at full 1080p resolution. The included infrared blaster kit makes it very easy to send those remote control signals from the secondary location back to the primary location so you can actually control the content you're watching. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.